once again. Welcome once again to another mind-blowing edition of my passion of sharing marketing, business development, and sales, and as well as digital marketing techniques with you. Today, we're going to look at online customer research. How do you research your customers online? I'm going to show you some of the techniques that you can do to research your customers online. You see, don't think everyone that comes to your website or come to your social media profile or give a comment, etc., is a buying customer. Right? It is important to find out who and what your customers want. Now, in today's video, I'm going to take you through some of the techniques that you can use to identify some of the things that your customers want. The first thing we want to talk about is talk about competitors. I always believe in, first of all, getting information from your competitors before, as a matter of fact, you even go down to doing your own primary research. So first of all, do competitor research. How is your competitors' digital footprint? What is the level of their online presence? What is the level of their brand voltage online? It is important to get to understand the weakness, the strengths of your competitors. This will open doors to you to find out what customers are really looking for. So it is important to first of all assess your competitors' online presence. So look at their social media presence. Look out for the kind of comments that people are leaving behind, the sentiments that people are leaving behind on their social media profiles, be it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Reddit, and whatever. It is important to look out for this. Check out for X, that is formerly Twitter as well, to find out what customers are saying. Look out for the type of content that they are churning out there, and which one is gaining traction, and which one is gaining the right type of comments, and which ones are gaining, as a matter of fact, even complaints. Gather all this, and this information will be valuable to you. Also look out for their online reviews. With Google My Business being a free directory, lots of businesses have taken advantage of that. Customers leave reviews on this particular platform, that is the Google My Business. That is when you go to Google Maps or you go to Google and you Google list of, let's say for example, hotels in Accra, list of hotels in say London, list of hotels in say Kathmandu. You're going to find all the hotels, and when you click on each of the Google My Business account of the various companies, you're going to unearth and find that people have left reviews. Take both positive and negative reviews. For instance, you can uncover that a company or a competitor has weakness in delivery, and you can use that to also penetrate the market, right? So online, and also competitors' websites. There are tools out there that you can use, as a matter of fact, to assess competitors' websites, right? So you can gather information from a competitor's website. You will then uncover information that you could also, as a matter of fact, use to build your strength. For instance, look out for the kind of meta description, keywords, etc. that they have used in their website and why they are ranking ahead of you. As a matter of fact, this would then give you a huge clue as to what to do, as to what customers are really searching for and why they are appearing in ranking results. Like I talked earlier, there are tools that you can use to research your competitors' website to see why customers are basically patronizing their website or staying long on your website, or they getting that traction from customers. So for example, a software like VovSoft SEO Checker is one of the tools that I recommend. VovSoft, VovSoft SEO Checker. If you type any website address into it. There's several categories of information that you can hone from this. For example, you can do an SEO audit of the competitors, internal links, by back external links, titles, etc., descriptions, etc., and all that. And you also have the opportunity of getting to know, have information about the various social media platforms there, because it will also give information about their social backlinks as well, right? So it will let you understand why customers are moving towards your competitors. This will let you get to know the kind of keywords that you will use to attract the right customers. It is also important to also check on competitors' feedbacks as well. How are competitors, as a matter of fact, responding to customers' complaints and their unmet needs? So, for example, it could be, like I said earlier on, be an issue of delivery, right? An issue of delivery, but your competitor is basically not being able to identify that particular thing because he's not basically taking reviews or feedbacks into consideration, right? So you can also hone on that. So there are a lot of things that you can do to, as a matter of fact, collect information about your competitors. Another thing is also to now look at your internal issues, your own website and your social media platforms, right? As a company or a business that have a website, it is very important to ensure that you connect your website to Google Analytics. It is very important so that you'll be able to unearth information about how your website is performing. It will give information about times that people visit your website, to give information about how long they spent on a particular page, and many other insights, geographical location, even device, and as a matter of fact, other demographic data that will review interest and as a matter of fact, pain points of your potential customers, as a matter of fact, right? Track various important metrics, right? Such as bounce rate. Bounce rate is simply the customer or the visitor going to your website and quickly leaving that particular page, right, or the website. What is your bounce rate, right? Time spent on page. We'll also review how long your visitors or potential customers engage with content on your website. So make sure you tell your website developer, or if you yourself build your website, make sure to connect your website to Google Analytics, and you're going to get a lot of benefits from this particular tool, right? So this will enable you to get that information, right, so that you could understand or better understand your customers very well. This will also enable you to improve upon your page so that when customers come on the page, they'll be able to spend a long time. Maybe probably it could be an issue to do with your checkout page or payment section, etc. And you'll be able to understand this. Another important tool that I'm also going to talk about is heat maps and session recordings. These offer special visual insight into users of your website. Heat maps can show where visitors click, move, or scroll on a page. There's also session recording. Session recording can record the entire user session, right? And we'll be able to review usability issues and where and when you have to improve on your website. There are common tools, two common tools that can do this, that can do the heat maps and the session recordings. We have Crazy Egg, and then we have Hotjar. We have Hotjar and Crazy Egg. These tools can be very beneficial and identify you or reveal to you roadblocks that actually prevent your business from getting the necessary conversions. For example, you realize that a particular traffic on a particular button is less. This particular tools can help you with the heat map and session recordings, so you'll be able to review information that can help you improve on your website. Now let's also talk about social media. You have all the social media handles, or you are on all the social media platforms, but you are not checking your performance. It is important to check your performance on all the social media platforms. This will help you uncover how people are interacting with your brand, customer needs and expectations. Customers will leave reviews, customers will leave complaints, right? It is important, as a matter of fact, to uncover all this by doing a lot of review across comments and across sentiments that are placed on your social media profiles, from Facebook to X to Instagram to Twitter to LinkedIn and many other platforms, right? So this will help you uncover people's perception about your brand. And you know, brand perception is very important. Also make use of brand monitoring, online monitoring. Monitor what people are saying about your brand. Track brand mentions. There are a lot of social media listening tools out there that you can take advantage of. Try to find out about people's sentiments, right? Like I said earlier on, for example, on X or Twitter, you can just go and type any sentiment. For example, poor delivery, poor pizza delivery, if you are into pizza delivery, or poor room service, and see the hits that will come, right? So it is important to fish out all this information. Create a list of keywords to monitor, right? And include your brand name and product names, and also common misspellings. Also monitor industry terms so that you capture a wider range of conversations across, right? It is important to monitor your brand sentiments and perceptions about your brand. Also identify trends and topics. So social listening should also help you identify and spot trends and topics. What are people talking about in your area or in your industry? What are the problems? Understand the trends and use this to make informed decisions. For example, you can find out a trend on social media and maybe realize that people are shifting from artificial foods to organic foods. Let's say you are into the food business. You can then resonate with this particular trend, right? So it is important to also do that. Then we talk about online surveys and polls, right? Surveys and polls, these are primary data research. It is important to create content, to ask opinions about your brand from your customers and your target market, but add some incentive, right? So that it push people or motivate people to provide opinion. So for example, you can run an opinion pool by saying that if you fill the survey form, right? So first of all, design an effective survey, right? So you design a survey and then you tell them that if you fill the survey form, you have the chance of getting a 5% discount on all purchases, right? This would motivate your potential customers and your target audience to fill the survey. Keep the questions concise, keep it short and simple. Avoid questions that will delve deep into people coming up with certain confidential info. Keep the questioning simple so that people will be able to complete the surveys. Use different types of questionnaires, such as close-ended questions and open-ended questions. The open-ended questions gives the respondent the room to give concise and extended answers instead of the yes and no that are associated with close-ended questions, right? So open-ended questions would also provide you with insights and data that can be easily be understood, right? It is important to ensure that you collect a proper sample. There are several platforms that you can use for online surveys. For example, we have the SurveyMonkey, which makes it easy for you to undertake online survey. They have templates and data visualization as reporting features that makes it easy to uncover insights, etc. All right. Now, another thing we're going to talk about is to also do what we call analyzing customer experiences. There are a lot of review sites and platforms. Some are paid, some are free, right? These platforms, most of the time, offer genuine reviews, right? Beyond Google reviews, there are other review companies, but we also be mindful of paid review companies where people paid other people for them to just give reviews, which basically might thwart your efforts when it comes to doing your research. So it is important to, as a matter of fact, identify this. For example, if you are in the hotel industry, you would be able to find reviews on TripAdvisor, right? You'll be able to find reviews on TripAdvisor. There's also Ecomi. Ecomi is also a general and well-trusted review site where companies register their businesses and get genuine reviews from customers. These reviews and data reflect customer experiences with products and services. This will help you pay attention to the needs of customers and improve upon your business. Apart from this paid one, there's also free one. Apart from Google reviews and the paid ones as well, there's also Yelp. But Google reviews is free and it's open. And when you go to bookings.com too, I think you would also be able to get some of this information from there as well. TripAdvisor, Trustpilot, and many other platforms are there. So it is important to take advantage. This will enable you to identify pain points of customers and then work on this. For example, you may notice that people are complaining about slow service during peak hours. This will just advise you to either increase capacity during peak hours, right? So it is important to work on that. Now that we have gone through this, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's now time to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to comment, share, and like. Watch out for my next video.